I mean, wow, look at that go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Woo, that's hot. Hello, welcome to WayPoint Survival. Today, I'm going to show you an incredible new DIY fire starter. You're going to like it. Stay tuned. For those of us who spend a lot of time in the outdoors, a box of matches, wooden kitchen matches, are pretty amazing. They have been used for about 200 years, if you go all the way back to the 1820s when matches were first invented, and they work pretty good. And of course, this is just a standard box of matches made by Diamond. See that? It's got the striker on there. Normal safety matches. Okay, they light, they burn okay, but they are susceptible to wind and moisture and all of that. So again, they're great, and you know, if you didn't have anything else, you'd really like this. But I was thinking the other day, here we are getting close to the 4th of July, and surely there's got to be a better way for us to make a fire starter using something that is really easily available this time of year. It got me thinking. And if you were thinking sparklers, you're right. The problem is, these don't light themselves, which is a pretty good idea, but again, it might be a little dangerous. So I was thinking, how do I light these? Put them together in some sort of a way that I can use them in the backcountry and not take up a whole lot of room, because this is kind of not big, but it's a little bulkier than what I want to carry in my pocket. My first thought was, well, let's figure out how to attach some of these matches to the sparklers. And I thought, no, that's not going to work too good. A lot of times I have to use like a lighter, like a Bic lighter or something, to light these, and they take a little while to light. And it's kind of hard to do it with just a wooden match. The match goes out, and I'm thinking, well, what if it's damp? What if it's raining? What can we use? And then I remembered that I have these matches. These are Go Fire stormproof matches. I mean, look at the size of the head on that and all of this material for burning. And they are supposed to be relatively waterproof and windproof. And with this long of a burn time, I thought, now that's going to do the trick. Let's get to that right now. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We've got our matches, got one out here. We're going to take out these sparklers here, and we're going to lay them down very carefully together. You're also going to need some tape. I like Gorilla Tape. And you're going to want to have some sort of wire cutters. These on my multi-tool here will work just fine. First thing that I'm going to do is I need to make sure that these are not any longer. These sparklers are really long. They have a wire here, and I want to make sure they're the same length as my match. So I'm just going to put the wire cutter right next to it and cut that off. Now make sure and save these and put these in the garbage. All right, so here we have one, and I tried it with one. It didn't work quite as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to use two, just like that. Before we go any farther, I'd just like to take a minute to remind you to sign up for the WayPoint Survival and Prepping 101 newsletter. Absolutely free to you. We don't give your information out to anybody. It all stays in-house. It's just for us to be able to maintain contact with you in case something happens to this platform. Next, we're going to take our small Gorilla Tape and we're going to rip off some really small strips. They don't have to be very wide or very long. What we do is we take this and we put two on the bottom, just like that. And then just a little ways back from the head, just right there, holding it all together, we take and tape it nice and tight. We do another one right back here, just like this. All right, that's what it looks like. Now, of course, we've got a number of sparklers here and plenty of tape and lots of matches, so we're pretty good to go. Again, I want to make sure to emphasize you pick up the wires, do not leave them laying around, put them in the garbage. All right, you want to keep at this for a while until you have a number of them made, and you're going to want to test a couple of these just so you kind of get used to using them before you take them out into the backcountry. Now, if you go to Walmart, you can get these little small ball mason jars. And it's got a waterproof lid, and I have put some striker material inside of here, as well as glued some striker to the inside of the lid. You don't want the striker on the outside. I also folded this in half so that this is not going to rub against the matches. And you want to put them in with the head down, just like this. Now, if you're uncomfortable with using glass, because again, it might break in your pack, even though this is pretty heavy and it's going to be one of the safer options, you can get things like this and this little plastic tube, and I've already cut the label, just wanted to show you what it is. And these also work really, really well as a waterproof container to keep your matches in. Now, these are not strike anywhere matches, so do be mindful of that. You're only allowed to, or only able rather, to carry a few of them in here. But again, for an emergency fire starter, this is going to be perfect. And this will actually fit a little better in your pocket. It's a smaller diameter, as you can see, than the glass one, although the jar will hold more. Now, speaking of striker material, of course you could cut this off the box and use it. That will work fine, but then it kind of ruins the box. But I'll be sure and put some links down below where you can order this for yourself. And this is just a full sheet of match striker material. And you have to glue it on, but this is phenomenal stuff. You just cut it with scissors, and then any little box or anything that you make, you can put as much of the striker material on it as you wish. Of course, what everybody wants to know is, how well do they burn? Well, it could be a little bit hard to get started. There we go. Now watch. I mean, wow, look at that go. That's amazing. Look at all the heat and the fire and the sparks. That is really going to get your tinder going, even in a wet and cold condition. Of course, the real question is, will it light damp tinder? Well, let's find out. Down in there. Shake a little of the water off. It's definitely wet. All right. Let's give this a shot and see what happens. Yep, it'll do it. Check that out. Pretty impressive. I'd say that did pretty good. Awesome. Well, folks, there you have it. Go get you some sparklers, some tape, some striker material, something to keep them in. And as we're celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, you can make some fantastic fire starters and also feel patriotic about it. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Woo, that's hot. Hope you enjoyed this one. This is James Bender for WayPoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure and check out the links in the description box below, just under the More button. While you're down there, you'll find the link for our WayPoint Survival digital class. This is where you can train in the comfort and convenience of your own backyard the top 20 skills that we consider to be the most important from our Phase 1 Survival and Bushcraft class. You'll also find the link where you can sign up for our WayPoint Survival and Prepping 101 newsletter, absolutely free to you, comes out at least once a week, if not more often, direct to your inbox, and it just helps us stay in touch with you in case something happens to this platform. You'll also find the waypointsurvival.com link, which is where you can sign up to take in-person classes at our beautiful training facility here in Southern Ohio. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.